In this video, I'll show you different green mixes using different shades of blue and yellow from various watercolor brands. Stay with me until the end to see interesting green mixes you can use for your watercolor paintings. Let's start with Winsor and Newton Professional Winsor Blue Red shade. It's a cool bright blue, and mix it with Cadmium Lemon from Winsor and Newton Professional. I will put the yellow beside the blue and I won't mix it yet, so I can adjust the colors to more blue or yellow later. I'll pick up some Cadmium Lemon with a small amount of Winsor Blue Red shade, and here's what I have: a bright yellow-green color. I have a cool bright green because the shades of blue and yellow are on cool sides. As I go down and swatch more green, I add a bit of blue of the same colors. I added more blue to my green mix, and here's the color I have now. I added a bit of red shade to make a darker green. This is Permanent Alizarin Crimson, also from Winsor and Newton Professional. The complementary color or the opposite color of green in the color wheel is red. A bit of red can make the green darker. I'll try adding a different shade of red to my green. This is Winsor Red, also a cool bright color from Winsor and Newton Professional. You can also mix colors directly into your paper like what I do. Winsor Blue Red shade and Cadmium Lemon are both cool tones. I added a bit of Permanent Mauve to tone down the brightness of the green. I'm still using the same blue and yellow mix, but I'll add a light brown to create an earthy color. This brown is an English red ochre from Daniel Smith. I'm using the same blue, but this time I'll mix it with a warm yellow, that is Daniel Smith's New Camboge. This is the shade of green I have. It's still bright green. This is how it looks like when I water it down. For me, this green is good, but I can still tone it down the brightness by adding Permanent Mauve. I like this green shade. I can paint with this. This is more Winsor Blue with a bit of New Camboge. This is how it looks like when I add English red ochre. With the same green mix, I add Sepia from Shinhan PWC, and this is what I got. I like this earthy green mix. Next, I'll add Permanent Alizarin Crimson to the Winsor Blue and New Camboge. I accidentally added too much of Alizarin Crimson, so I added a bit more green mix. And here's what I have. Now I'll add a bit of Winsor Red. The next mix is with Quinacridone Rose from Daniel Smith. I like this one. Now I added a bit of Quinacridone Magenta from Core. This time I added a bit of Transparent Powder Orange. I ran out of colors in my palette, so I added a bit of Winsor Blue and New Camboge and mixed it onto my paper. Next, I'll try to add Paris Scarlet from Daniel Smith. This time I'll use a French ultramarine from Daniel Smith as my main blue. This is a warm blue color and a popular shade of blue. I'll mix it first with Hansa Yellow Light, a cool yellow from Daniel Smith. The French ultramarine and Hansa Yellow Light are from the same set, which is the Daniel Smith Essential Set. I started adding the Hansa Yellow Light on my paper, and as I swatched down, I added a bit of French ultramarine. I'll add a bit of permanent alizarin crimson to this green mix. The next I'll add to this green is quinacridone rose, a cool red from Daniel Smith. Next, I'll add quinacridone magenta from core to the same green mix. I'll add permanent mauve to tone down a bit. With the same green mix, I'll add a small amount of the dioxazine purple from core. Next, I'll add English red ochre. It's a yellowish brown, so the mix went to a more yellow tone. I added sepia to this green. Sepia is a darker brown. Next mix, I added a bit of Payne's Gray from White Nights. I like this color mix. This time, I'll try to add a bit of Winsor Red to make a darker green. And here's what I have. With Cobalt Teal from core, here's what I have. A bright blue-green shade. The next blue I would like to try is a phthalo blue-green shade from Daniel Smith. It's a cool bright blue. I want to mix it with core quinacridone gold to a warm yellow. Then I got a bright green like this. This is how it looks like when I added more of phthalo blue. I'll add a bit of alizarin crimson and here what it looks like. This time I'll mix it with Winsor Red. I like this mix. Now I'll try to add quinacridone rose, but I think it is a better mix. Next, I'll try quinacridone magenta, and this is what it looks like. I'll add a bit of pyrrole scarlet, this is a warm red. Next mix, I'll add a bit of transparent pyrrole orange, and this is from core. On my next mix, I'll add a bit of the dioxazine purple, and it helped to tone down the green. Then I added a bit of Payne's Gray, and here's what I have. The next mixes I will have is by using permanent sap green from Winsor and Newton Professional. First, I will add a small amount of permanent alizarin crimson to make the green darker. Next, I'll add a bit of Winsor Red, and this is how it looks like. The next color I will add is quinacridone rose from Daniel Smith, and this is the shade of green I have. This is how the sap green looks like with a bit of quinacridone magenta. I like this earthy green mix. This time I'll add pyrrole scarlet from Daniel Smith. I like this mix too. I'll I'll try this sap green with transparent fire orange from Core. I'll add a bit of Winsor blue in this, how it looks like. I usually add a bit of blue to my sap green. Next is permanent mauve. I like adding a bit of purples to my greens to tone down the brightness of the green. This time I'll add a bit of Daniel Smith English Red Ochre. Next I'll add sepia, and this is one of my favorites. I'll add a bit of the dioxazine purple. I like this mix too because it gives different shade to the green. I'll add a bit of Payne's Gray, and this mix is surprisingly beautiful. What do you think? Lastly, a bit of neutral tint, and it made the green darker. And these are the beautiful green mixes I have. Remember to keep a record of your favorite green mixes so you can go back to it in time you need to paint something like these. I hope you find this video helpful, and I suggest watching this next video.